How are we going, Craig? We rolling? Okay. G'day, everyone. Welcome to the City Infrastructure Meeting. Item 1, we have an apology from Councillor Fox, and we have a leave of absence from Councillor Fox, and we have an apology and online we have the Deputy Lord Mayor, Burnett. Item 2, confirmation of minutes. Anyone? Alderman Barakis, thanks. Any dissent to that? Declare that carried. Item 3, supplementary items. I don't think we have any. 4, indications of pecuniary and conflicts of interest. No. 5, transfer. Not much to transfer. Item 6 is reports. 6.1 is the Deputy Municipal Emergency Management Coordinator. So it seems like we've had someone step down and we need to replace them.
That's right, through you, Chair, that we've had a deputy coordinator, Russell Dowd, he's resigned. And so we're looking at putting John Fisher in as at least till November. There'll be changes later on in the year when we've filled the manager of city resilience, but at the moment we're putting in John at the moment.
Yeah.
So we usually need a deputy because sometimes these emergencies can go for days, so you need shifts, and so that's definitely why you need a deputy.
Okay. Yep. So John will be the interim until.
That's correct.
Yep. Okay. Any questions? Discussion? No. We're all happy with John. All right. Who'd like to move it? Alderman Barakis. Any dissent? Nope. Declare that carried. Item 6.2 is the e-scooter trial update. How are we going?
Yeah, well, it looks like it'll be me that'll be introducing it. So, yeah, I can't locate Robert, who was the author of this report. But look, this is just providing committee with an update before we provide a more substantive report in the second quarter of this current financial year. It outlines, I suppose, the extensive engagement process that we've been undertaking in relation to this matter across a number of sectors: the aged, the disabled fraternity, police, of course, state growth, so a range of entities that we've been busily engaging with and seeking feedback, both across Hobart but also clearly across Launceston as well, who are part of this trial exercise. So, you know, there have been some learnings and some tweaks along the way, but this is basically to update you and to simply advise that we'll be undertaking a much more comprehensive report back to Council on the second quarter of this financial year.
Which is the financial year. Yep.
Yeah, financial year. So it'll probably be it will be after the election. Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions on this item? Yep, go ahead.
I'm happy to move it, but just a question. Because I know this is just for noting, but last time this came up, but I don't think it's necessary to give the whole spiel again, but I think I asked some questions and made some comments about the option that the e-scooter companies have of allowing people not to use not to use the built-in helmets. Was there any advice? Did any advice come back to us around that? It's just something it still boggles my mind, and I'd like to get down to the bottom of it.
Yeah. Look, not that I'm aware of, but I'm happy to take that.
Could you? It just seems like I'm sure if there might be a wonderful reason for it, but it just seems like we're allowing people to. Well, not we, but the processes in place are allowing people to use the scooters illegally or misuse them. Like I'm sure there might be a good reason why they have that option on there, and I'd be happy to.
Maybe if they've not using the helmets that are allocated to the scooters, or?
Well, no, when you log on the app, you go there, you scan the thing on the scooter, and it comes up with an option: unlock the helmet, which pops it so you can put the helmet on, or it says I've brought my own helmet.
Yeah.
And I think I know the deputy mentioned that when it came in debate, she'd seen one, I think, and I'm yet to see a single person in the almost year this program's been running use a helmet that bring their own helmet. Like it's the whole point of these things is the convenience factor of them. It just seems like an unnecessary option that's allowing people to just choose not to wear a helmet. Like I said, I'm sure there's a good reason why, but I'd be curious to get some advice before.
Yeah. Okay.
Before I say anything gets gets taken any further, I think we need I'd like to see some advice on that. But it just seems like I said, it boggles my mind. I can't seem to see any justification for it.
So it would be my understanding, and Owen might be able to advise otherwise, but that would be, helmets are mandatory. Obviously, using those wheeled.
Including personal scooters?
Yes, I suspect so. But look, I'll clarify that.
It's in legislation.
Yeah,
they're mandatory.
Mandatory.
But like I said, it's the number of people and the logic of people using their own helmets. You'd use your own helmet for your own personally owned scooter, obviously. But if you get jumping on a neuron or a beam, I think the likelihood that someone's actually bringing a helmet with them is maybe not zero, but so low that it's just the options allowing people to get around that rule. And I think if you tighten that up and remove that option, I think you'd see helmet usage go up by 80% or whatever. Like you'd see it dramatically improve.
So you're saying there's already a button which you can hit, I have my own helmet?
You log on the app and you scan there and activates it, or turns on, the bells and whistles turn on. And before you can go any further, it's got two buttons you can press. One is unlock the helmet, and the helmet you hear it, and then you can put your helmet on. Or it says I brought my own helmet, it just disregards it, but it lets you use the scooter anyway. And I suppose my thinking is removing the helmet from that clip should be a box, like it should be a condition of the scooter operating in the first place.
Yeah, okay.
That's my view. Like I said, I'm sure there might be reasons why that's.
Through you, Chair, I reckon it's to do with liability. So yeah, we can see some clarification around that.
All right.
And one more question, not on a different matter. It's been raised to me by a member of the Access Advisory Committee, actually, but by a couple of people as well, around the liability insurance from the scooter companies. And I think something happened in Queensland where somebody was riding a scooter, didn't have a helmet on, cleaned some lady up, injured them, and the insurance had said that because the person was using the scooter not in a manner that it was meant to be used and not legally, because they weren't riding a helmet, the insurance company didn't have to pay. So I know when we initially put this trial in, because I remember making comment about it, and I think we actually included it as part of the conditions of the trial that they had liability insurance. It's really important that the liability insurance is actually worth the paper it's printed on. Yeah, like I said, at the end of the day, I think all three of us as elected members would like this trial to be successful and sustainable. We need to make sure that we've got answers to these things, or else we'll fall apart.
So it was the Queensland case.
It was in an ABC law report
okay.
episode.
And a few other,
But keep in mind though that there was a couple of cases versus if we've had 500,000 rides in Hobart, I'd say there's been 1 million rides in Tasmania, and then 10 million rides, like for millions and millions of rides, it's a couple of incidents versus the same ratios with cars and bikes and scooters and carrying the fridge, all the other ways of killing yourself.
I'm not trying to scaremonger on this at all or try and make it into an issue. I'd just rather make sure we've got things covered so it doesn't turn into an issue is my thing. Like I said, I think we're all on the same page as far as what we want out of this. I think we just need to make sure that we've got if
I
there's,
understand.
if there's
That's an issue.
let's address it before it's an issue.
Yeah.
If there is a problem there.
Yep. All right.
But other than that, I'm happy to move it. But
Yep. Okay. Deputy, are you receiving?
Hardly. It's
Yep.
very hard when Alderman Brumkus talks over Mr. Noy, and it's also very hard to hear, not you, Chair, but Mr. Noy and Alderman Brumkus. But I too heard that episode, or actually listened to the episode and heard about the various cases, and each state seems to have very different insurance processes and rules. So it may even be better for the federal, to have some sort of federal approach to this, so there's not so many discrepancies in each city, each state.
Yep. It is, and it's interesting because there's the one company that does the insurance for all of the different scooter companies as well, and I can't remember who they are, but I follow them online because they post a lot of stuff about scooters. But it's interesting that the one insurance company covers all of them, but there's still regulatory differences in each state.
All right. No. Well, I'm happy to follow that question up.
Okay. All right. So that's moved. Any other comments? No. Okay. Declare that carried. And now we move on to reports. Item 7.1, committee action status report. Any comments on the action status report? No? Okay, I'd like to move it. Thanks, Deputy. Declare that carried. Item 8, responses to questions without notice. We've got a few there. No discussion. Happy to move. Alderman Barakis. Declare. Okay, any dissent? Declare that carried. We received and note those. Item 9 is questions without notice. Anyone have a question? Not you. Deputy.
not from me, Chair.
No? Okay, we're clear. All right. So we'll say farewell to the viewers and we'll move in.